EFCC gave the election to Adeleke.
Excuse me.
EFCC, the Economic and Financial
Crime Commission,
helped Adeleke to win this election. Vote buying is not a new thing. Everybody buys vote. In election, everybody rigs. Well, just that one outsmarts the other.
Political parties and presidential and National Assembly candidates on yesterday signed the first National Peace Accord on issue-based campaigns ahead of the 2027 general election, pledging to shun violence, hate speech, misinformation, personal attacks, and other conduct capable of undermining the electoral process. Now, the accord was signed in Abuja, the ceremony organized by the National Peace Committee in partnership with the Kuka Center, barely 24 hours before the statutory commencement of public campaigns and rallies for the election. Now, the event brought together Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amopiton, political party leaders, presidential candidates, National Assembly candidates, the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Dusu, and representative of the diplomatic community, among other stakeholders. Now, those who signed the accord include President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, the Nigerian Democratic Congress presidential candidate Peter Obi, the Social Democratic Party candidate Ademola Adebayo, and his African Action Congress counterpart Omoyele Sowore. Other participants were the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Professor Netawa Yewada, the presidential candidate of the People's Redemption Party and Labour Party, Donald Duke and Chibuzo Okereke, the deputy president of the Senate, Jibrin, and the PRP national chairman, Hakim Baba Ahmed, federal and state lawmakers, party leaders, and other candidates. Now, the event also featured goodwill message from the diplomatic representatives, including European Union Ambassador to Nigeria, Guta Migat, and the Ambassador to Switzerland to Nigeria, Patrick Egloff. However, some major political actors, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, were absent from the ceremony. Atiku, if you do know, is the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, while Makinde is the presidential candidate of the Allied People Movement. Now, with the signing of the peace accord and the commencement of campaign, there's this high expectations from Nigerians that the political class should play by the books and have an issue-based campaign. Well, this and what the outcome of the victory of Governor Ademola Adeleke and how it will affect the outcome of the 2027 elections is what this edition of Dialogue will be centered on today. And that is the commencement of campaign and a call on the political class to live above board. That's what we're having as a major discourse today on the show. We'll be looking at not just the signing of that very peace accord, the first in a series of peace accords that will come. And not only that, but also the issue of issue-based campaign that Nigerians would truly prefer, looking at what transpired during the Osun elections and how we got a whole lot of unguided utterances that many felt was even the reason we had up to about 24 deaths as it concerns that election. But anyway, that's what we'll be looking at as a major discourse today. We still will be looking at the election because you do know the Osun people are still in a mood of celebration and jubilation. But apart from them celebrating and being happy about it, how can this truly affect the 2027 election? Many are saying, are there secret agreements being made by the ruling party, especially the presidential, or rather the president, and that of Osun State? Well, all of that will also take center stage on the show today. And who better to help us talk about it other than, he's not, and he said I should not call him elder yet, but he's elder in all way. And I like calling him an elder statesman, but also a political analyst of high repute, knowing that he has been on the political space for more than, he's not close to 60 decades. Well, anyway, I don't know. Well, but anyway, all I know is right here in the studio. And I'm talking of no other person but Chief Olori Magege. Good day and welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, viewers.
Well, anyway, I'll throw a first question, and this might be a bit personal. How long have you been on the political space, sir?
Well,
from students,
yeah,
journalism that I heard of.
I would say I've been in politics one form or the other all my life.
Whoa.
And that's quite extensive. Politics is not necessarily when you stand on the soapbox. Politics there is politics in the home. There is politics in this many society where in your community. There is politics in your business.
Yeah, over in your workplace.
In workplace. So yeah, but active participation in politics, I would say I started 74.
1974.
Yeah, when I was president of Students' Union.
Whoa. Wow.
74. That's quite some time.
Yeah, that's like 5 decades now.
Yes.
Or more.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so that means we really would be talking to somebody that has surpassed most of the political parties by all standard in age.
Well, we're doing our best.
I always like your modesty as it concerns the topic. But please, that modesty will not stand here because we need to get the actual facts. And facts we are really going to get.
Fire down.
Okay, so let's start with the Osun elections. Adeleke won by almost 511,000, beating his closest rival, who is no other person but Oyi Bamiji of the APC, who pulled about 444,000. Many would say it's even way less than 100,000 votes. But in all, many would say the election has come and gone.
Yeah.
But all that transpired is still in the public space. And many are saying, should the general elections look like this? And the reason I'm asking, we had before the election, it was more like turbulence. We had killings, unguided utterances, both from the political divide. And it now culminated into an election that many will say free, fair, and credible. And many are even saying that the central in every way tried to exclude themselves from this election to make it an easy playing field. But in your own assessment, how would you assess the Osun state elections?
The election has its ups and downs, has its comic aspect.
Comic?
Yes, aspect. It's come and gone, but by and large, it was a good election.
Okay.
See,
good in what sense?
It's good. It produced an outcome, an acceptable outcome.
An acceptable
outcome.
Okay.
Nobody's here talking of going to court. That's important. And I hope they won't go to court.
Okay.
We should move beyond these protracted court cases over election. But I will say this. EFCC gave the election to Adeleke.
Excuse me.
EFCC, the Economic and Financial
Crime Commission,
helped Adeleke to win this election.
Well, that's a strong statement, and I wonder why you have that.
You see, EFCC went to court to freeze Osun State government funds, to freeze Osun State government accounts. And that obnoxious, vexatious, and toxic action of EFCC kind of pushed a huge amount of sympathy towards Adeleke. It's a good thing that President Tinubu caught it very early and moved to remedy the situation by ordering the EFCC to go back to court and unfreeze the account. Everybody, including me, and I'm APC, suspected that there is a federal hand in that freezing of the account. See, there is a difference between Adeleke as a person and Osun State government. And when you freeze Osun State government,
you're affecting the people.
It's affecting the people. So everybody saw it as attempt by federal government
to box
in Adeleke.
So you felt the election was won on sympathy?
Can't rule it out. Can't rule it out at all. So Add that to the battle with Osun state government LGA funds that have been frozen
before now.
You see, a picture started to emerge as if the federal might was being used to gag Adeleke.
Okay.
But President Tinubu, being an astute strategist, quickly moved to douse the tension. But the damage had already been done at that time. So that's why I said EFCC helped.
But EFCC felt, and not only felt, they had credible information that the state funds were to be used to execute the election. And we also got information that on the day of the election, votes were being bought for as much as 50,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira. We heard. And this is not like they said it's just the APC. The accord was neck deep into this also. So it's been said. So was the EFCC now not finally vindicated in holding the account before now?
You see, we have seen this type before. When during Buhari era, prior to the election that produced the president, when MFLA and Buhari colluded to change the currency, everybody knew again that it was aimed at Tinubu. You following the point? So, vote buying is not a new thing. Everybody buys vote. And I keep saying this. In election, everybody rigs. Well, just that one outsmarts the other. The rigging is so universal that at the end of the day, the true popularity of the individual emerges. Because the effect of the rigging is neutralized.
Cut themselves out.
Yeah, they cut themselves
Cancel themselves out.
Yes. So, yes, we'll say that there was vote buying. But it does not necessarily mean that it's the fund of the state government that is going to be used for. And any smart politician will know that, will suspect that if I don't move money out now, a month earlier, this can happen. So all those, at any rate, the job of EFCC is not per se to prevent stealing. You catch when, yes, the crime must be committed first. The crime must be committed.
So you have evidence to go to court for it.
And the timing was wrong.
So Mr. President said also.
Timing was wrong. And you rub it on Mr. President, wrongly rubbed it on Mr. President. Until the president came out and said, no, I don't know this. I'm not aware of it. I didn't send them this. But by then,
the harm has already
been done.
Okay, now there will be no harm in me asking another major question. Mr. President called Governor Ademola Adeleke to congratulate him.
Yeah.
Funny enough, on that very day, later in the evening, he called him and congratulated him. And he was one of the first people that called and congratulated him. And after that congratulation, we've had series of back and forth. And when I mean back and forth, number one is Ademola Adeleke also, in appreciation of that very call, stated that he would definitely work for Mr. President come the 2027 general election, undermining it in a different party. And the follow-up to that, we heard the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo, coming out to say, agreement is agreement. Now, my question, was there an underlying agreement between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Ademola Adeleke? I know it's speculation on a reason or the reason that he also won the elections, because we're just asking.
Yeah.
It's in public space.
Speculation. Pure speculation. If there's an agreement, I won't know. If there's any agreement, I won't know.
But is the handwriting not on the wall showing
if there's an agreement, is to be expected. It's an election we are talking about. Mr. President is contesting national election. He wants to go for second tenure. And he needs everybody, be it from his party, APC, or from any other party. And Adeleke ran a lone race.
No national
support in any way. Accord party
had no national base.
It's a local government base. It's a local government, as far as I'm concerned, local government.
They will come and counter you on saying that.
You see, so Adeleke ran on his own person, on his own credential, on his own merit, and Mr. President calling him to congratulate him is the right thing to do, because unless Mr. President is saying he has no confidence in INEC, INEC has declared him the winner. So until any other thing, until otherwise decided by court, if they go to court, Adeleke is the winner. So Mr. President ought to call him, and he did the right thing by calling him to congratulate him. Then Adeleke saying, no matter what, because Mr. President is a Yoruba man, he is going to support him. That is to be expected. You can't take away ethnicity from politics.
Especially in the Nigerian context. Yeah,
all over the world. All over the world. We know the troubles that Barack Obama went through in America to become the president of America. And we know the troubles he went through as the president. So ethnicity cannot be divorced from politics. And it's also said that Mr. President is said originated from Osun State. So if that is true, then that would be his home base. And if you don't support your son, who will you support? That in itself is a very good thing. It's a positive development in our political climate. I like it. But Mr. Adeleke was playing the wise politics. Winning the election is just 1/3 of the victory. And he has no umbrella. And I'm not talking of PDP umbrella. I'm talking of a cover. He has no canopy.
Or a big broom.
The canopy to cover himself, to shield him from rain.
Well, go ahead.
So, to defend himself, to protect himself, he needs to
shield
quickly
himself.
He needs to quickly spread
and align.
So by saying he's going to support Mr. President, he's probably counting on, if this case goes to court, Mr. President will be neutral as usual.
Okay.
Are you getting me? So he's playing the wisdom politics.
The wise card.
But having said that, we don't know whether APC will go to court. It's their right to go to court.
Yeah. Oyebamiji said he will follow what the party says. So it's more like sticking with what the party will do.
Yes, I mean.
Anyway, he's still a party man.
He's still a party man. So, but nothing can be said whatsoever to dilute the sweetness of Adeleke's victory.
Now, talking about the sweetness of Adeleke's victory, there is also this speculation that Mr. President opted for Adeleke over Oyebamiji because Adeleke had already proven himself before now. If you take your mind back to the 2023 general election, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu won in Osun State with almost 332,000 votes. The records are there. We have it right here on Dialogue. His closest rival was the Labour Party, Peter Obi, who came with a distant just 15,000 votes. So there's this speculation. I'm still saying speculation, that Mr. President preferred working with a man that he has already worked before with, rather than having a new face of Oyebamiji in Osun State, who he doesn't know whether he will deliver. Hence, there's this need or push or relaxation, or like you said, removing his hand and letting things play out, of making Osun State Adeleke's home zone. What do you think is all speculations?
It's pure speculation. Just pure speculation. One, if Mr. President wanted Oyebamiji, or if he does not want Oyebamiji, He will simply use the party machinery to remove him from becoming the candidate of the party. And Mr. President is a die-core party man. Unless you are saying that Mr. President is playing anti-party and to go and support a man not from his party against the man in his party. That doesn't make any sense. Those who know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should know.
Sir, everybody would also agree that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very intelligent politician. And intelligence will come in him wanting to stick with a formula he knows rather than experimenting with a formula he does not know for Yebamiji. So would that not be politics?
The process of emergence of a candidate of a party is so long. The primaries are not a child's play. To have subjected his party to a free and fair primary in which somebody emerged only to go back and sabotage him does not make any sense to me. Does not any way make sense to me. And that is the issue. Yeah.
Okay. So you feel the
all these speculations
are just naturally not there.
Yeah, they are beer parlor talk.
I enjoy the way you call it a beer parlor talk. Anyway, it's not going to look like that for the now. Let's look at what this means for the general election. Many would give kudos, especially we've already heard international community giving kudos for a free, fair, and credible election.
Yeah.
That the central might was not used to circumvent the process, which is also a cheering one for the APC as a party and INEC as an electoral umpire, that they were not influenced in any way. And thus, there's this belief that the general elections would be free and fair and credible. But let's look at what this means. This victory of Ademola Adeleke, of a party, you said, which is normal and true, that doesn't have a national base. As it stands now, we don't even know who the presidential candidate of the Accord Party is. Sorry to say so, but that is true. Now, let's look at what this means for the general election. And what I mean indirectly is, do you see the general election taking the belief of the people? The general election being won on the ground of popularity, pure popularity, and what you have brought and what you intend to bring. So let's look at that. What would this mean for the general election?
There are 2 or 3 aspects to this election. And we must give kudos to 2 parties involved. One, INEC. INEC did an excellent job. INEC did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Secondly, the electorate, the Osun electorate. Don't forget, Osun State is one of the states with the highest standard of education. I think they are 90%. They have 90% literacy level also.
Yes. Yeah.
That means the electorate is very, very well informed.
Well informed.
Well informed.
Yeah.
People were very keenly interested in how this election is conducted to juxtapose it against 2027 election.
And how it will look like.
So far, so good. The person, the individual, appeared to me to have more in these elections, in the forthcoming election, than the party that is flying them.
Yeah.
So, I think for a Accord Party that is not known within a period of 2 months to have achieved this kind of feat tells me more of the popularity of Mr. Adeleke than anything else. Certainly, it is not the party that delivered him.
Because everybody was surprised he even went to Accord.
Yes.
because he had no strong political base.
So 2027 will be about the individuals, the contestants, than the party that they are flying in.
Now, let's look. You just make mention of the individuals, and I want us to remain there. Now, talking about individuals, it's been said that Adeleke performed in Osun State. Hence, that popularity was there. Before he came on board, the former government was owing salaries amounting to almost 75 billion in debt that he came and he backrolled and settled all of it. They were having their salaries paid and paid promptly. Also, when it comes to infrastructure, he did a whole lot. Now, I want us to come home because it will be unfair if we do not come home. Now, we talk about popularity and what you have done. Now, do you see that also playing out in Delta State? Because the reason I'm asking you this, many will say this coming election, just like what you said, will not be played on party alone, but on the popularity and the performance of the political actors. So would you say that will take a major center stage come next year as it concerns Delta State?
You see, there's an advantage being an incumbent. The advantages include a measure of the incumbent performance.
Yeah.
You are comparing.
We'll see what you've done.
Yes, you are comparing the incumbent against his own performance. The opponent, having not run
before
has nothing you can compare with. I mean, when you talk about Sheriff Oberewori in Delta State, what the picture that comes to your mind is the flyovers. Have you driven through the PTI?
Yeah,
PTI something at night? That is New London.
Well, that's what it's been called now.
It's New London. That's what I call it. New London. New York. And you cannot pass through that place
without that man
and not feel the presence of the man called Oberewori. You cannot. You must feel it. You feel good. Because when you shop better food, you go no say the thing in your mouth. You don't need anybody to describe that for you. It's in your tongue. It's in your mouth. It's the way you size. The way you drink water after the food. That is what Oberewori has achieved. You can feel it. You can touch it. You can enjoy it. You can feel Oberewori's achievement. And then somebody comes in and wants to contest against him who does not have anything to show. More than promises. A man made a promise and he has kept the promise. And you are coming and you say, hey, Urobos have a saying, where you know for daytime, that day they go for nighttime. So we already know Oberewori doing the day in his first channel. Why are we going to experiment and change it? It does not make any damn sense. And Deltas are very smart. With 80% literacy rate, believe me, we are very smart people. And so, look at it again. There are issues of tribe. Oberewori is from Osun Federal Constituency. Okpe, Sapele, and Uye Federal Constituency. Two of the local government are strictly Okpe.
Yeah.
Sapele and Okpe. They are strictly Okpe local government. And Oberewori is Okpe.
Where it's from?
And for Okpe to achieve this status again is another 16 years, if not 20 years. So why do you think they want to throw it away? What incentive would they have to throw it away?
When they know it to take decades to come
back. To come back, if it does at all. So, when say politics, at least we apply some common sense. Is Anuvi a man? There is nobody in Uvier local government.
He played his local politics.
He played his local politics very, very well. He's been elected into offices in Uvier local government. So
it's not like he just came with governor. We know him from the grassroots up to.
He's a street man. So he will win Uvier. He will win Okpe. He will win Sapele. That is already 3.
Mm.
His mother is from Agbaru.
Mm.
His mother is from Ugugale in Agbaru. Why would you think that Agbaru will abandon their son?
Mm.
Are you getting it? Then you think of Ika,
Mm.
where our godfather,
Mm.
Ekweme, is from. You think he will fold his, and he's contesting
As a senator.
as a senator. He fold his hand and allow somebody from nowhere to defeat a loss of Oberewori. It's a loss to Ekweme. So then you go to the Delta South, where we have Arinka as the chairman. You mean Arinka will allow his party to lose? That doesn't make any sense. Besides
the Shekiri base.
Yes, besides Onowakpo, the Senate candidate
for Isoko.
From Isoko, has already reconciled with Michael Dide.
Yes, they did just last week.
Just last week. So when I look at the entire, I'm analyzing it from political point of view. Forget my political leaning. I'm playing the chess before everybody watching now. So when you want to throw away your money, don't say Magege did not want you. You can go and contest too.
But it's their civic right.
Yes, it's their civic. Yes, also they are right to throw away their money, to lose their money. But with Oberewori, that's what we call 3/3. When you nap, do you play pool?
No, I don't.
You don't play pool.
No, I don't. We'll not be napping anything here.
It's 3/3.
Please don't teach my viewers how to nap. No secret number is coming anywhere. Okay, so all you are saying, come next year, it will be based on issue base.
Issue.
What have I done? What's the reason for you recontesting?
Yes, what is it that you are bringing in that we can see and verify? So
that's what you felt happened in Osun.
That's what happened in Osun.
And it will play out in 2020.
Oh, yes, in 2020, 2027. It will certainly play. And it will play across the country. 2027 will be a litmus test for true democracy in Nigeria.
And do you feel the electoral umpire have that free chance to do so?
I don't have anything before me now to suggest otherwise.
Okay.
I don't have anything to suggest otherwise. Okay. Because in this Osun election,
it was not the ruling party that won.
INEC did this. Look, my hand, there's not in it. I did my job the way I ought to do my job.
Shikina.
And the other body to be tested is the judiciary. If APC for Ebabiji
goes to court. Okay. Well, anyway, we're not going to any court, but we're rather right here in the studio. And I know you people have been enjoying the discussion. That's what we always enjoy doing on Dialogue. We tend to always want to really look at the issues, simple, clear facts, and indeed dissect them the way we should. We should always ask the critical questions, hence all that questions I had to ask my guests, especially as it concerns that alleged secret agreement. And not only that, but what will the elections look like come next year, especially looking at the election that played out in Osun State? Will it be issue-based? Would it be how well the individuals performed? All of that is what we've looked at, and all of that is what we're still asking. Well, in case you're joining us, it's still Dialogue, and today we're really also looking at another major one, and we're looking at what transpired yesterday. The peace accord was signed yesterday, and many will say in every way it kickstarts the political, allow me say this, climate that should naturally be. And when I mean political climate, we're talking about the political push and also all that will happen. Remember, the political campaigns have already kickstarted. They kickstarted today. As early as 6 a.m., the law and the constitution has given them, 2026 Electoral Act as amended, has given them every right to kickstart campaigns 150 days before the election. Yeah. And that is what, 6 a.m. this morning, it has already started. And hence, we'll be looking at that as we look at what really transpired yesterday with the signing of a peace accord by all political parties, ensuring that it will be more of issue-based campaign rather than going to the rhetorics of insults, smear campaign, and bringing off false allegations and all of that. And many Nigerians feel the political class should, in every way, be like that. Let's come now to you. Yesterday, it was more like a signing of what many would say. Well, we hope the political class stick to that signing agreement. Yes, we had some real major political gladiators yesterday during that peace part. We had no other person, but President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, duly represented by no other person, but the secretary, I'm talking about, of the federation, George Akume, was there for the APC. And funny enough, even the national chairman of the APC was there. For the NDC, we had Peter Obi and his team were there. We had for the Labour Party, well, we had some persons there. For the PRP, we had Akim Baba Ahmed was there. And the only person that was not, Showore was there for the African Action. Well, it's still a political party, and it's still a candidate of Showore. Okay, well, anyway, I don't, please don't sound modest. Well, let's leave that. He was there also, but somebody was missing also. The presidential candidate of the ADC, former vice president, and Turaki Ademola, Atiku Abubakar, was not there. He was not there. He was not only the one that was not there. Some other persons, like the Aligned People's Movement, Governor Makinde. Yes, Sheyi Makinde was very well absent during that very signing. But in all of that, leave the names and those that were and were not there. But this is now the beginning and the signing of a peace accord. How really significant is this signing as it concerns having an issue-based campaign that will not unnecessarily hit up the polity?
It's a normal ritual. We've been doing it for ages. Every election cycle, if we sign, if for anything at all, it highlights the need for peace in the society. Okay. It highlights the need for decorum in our campaigning. Okay. It calls for respect of the individuals involved in the race. And it brings to the fore that whatever it is, if this is about Nigeria, if this election is about Nigeria, then we should put Nigeria first. Okay. Nigeria must be at peace. Those who were present, I salute them. Showore is a spies. A spies that kicks off.
I wonder why you keep picking on Showore.
He's enjoying himself. Do you know when you
he was also a student union leader.
Yes. When one watches you behind the camera, one sees that you are enjoying it.
Okay.
So you exude it in everything you do. So someone there enjoys politics. He enjoys limelight. And it also helps to push his Sahara reporters. People don't know. When you see someone there, you see Sahara reporters.
Well, he's the owner of it.
Yes, he promotes it very well. Only Atiku himself can say why he wasn't there and others. But by and large, I look forward to a very peaceful campaign period. Nothing will destroy Nigeria. Nothing. We are too resilient and we are too robust for any one individual or two or three to cause panic in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, nobody is indispensable.
So are you going with the details of what Mr. President said yesterday, that the election will be free and fair, it will be devoid of any violence, and he wants it to be more of issue-based? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. Mr. President has a record.
And it's not a do-or-die affair.
Yes, Mr. President. He has become president for now. You can't unpresident him. Whether he ran one tenure or he runs two tenures, he has been president. That's his life ambition. So there's no do-or-die thing about it anymore. He has also performed. You see, people are not measuring Tinubu against the challenges he met. when he assumed office in 2023. Buhari has dug a mighty economic well.
We're printing money.
Printing money.
So they said.
No, he printed money, didn't he? Then came about, did currency exchange. Change in between this period. Created havoc. And then we have banditry on top. All these are the problems our president, Tinubu met on ground. And he's tackling them. The GDP is growing. We all see it now. GDP is growing. Students are having loans. We have not died because of the removal of fuel subsidy. Rather, there is much more money now for the governors to perform with. And insecurity is going down considerably. It's going down considerably. The military is doing an excellent job. So, all these things are there to see, to return Mr. President in 2027. But by and large, he is not desperate.
So that's why I said it's not a do or die.
It's not a do or die thing. It's not a do or die thing. So if Mr. President will say that, compared to statements he had made before, where he said, snatch it, do this, do that, has not been, no. It's not a do or die thing. Then we need to believe him. More so as in Osun State, what he did with EFCC. I wish he had sacked EFCC chairman.
No, but that would he's overusing his power. Would that not
power
sound
is meant to
because we will know the critics will come for his neck. We
need to build institutions. We need to build institutions in Nigeria. It's institutions that are independent. And institutions can only be independent when the leaders of that institution, when the managers of that institution
live above board.
Live above board. When you don't have knee-jerk reaction to every situation. EFCC chairman has no reason to do what he did in Osun State. No reason at all. That thing is capable of turning the country upside down. If EFCC chairman wants to govern a state, let him come from that position, contest election, and win. You do not declare yourself the manager of state affairs by virtue of the position that you occupy. So that is very, very important. So if he had sacked him, I wouldn't have shed a tear for the chairman of EFCC for doing that thing. We need to build institutions. We need to build institutions. We need to build the judiciary. We need to build effective security agencies. Can you imagine the FBI being given instructions by Mr. President? No, he will not obey. He's guided by the Constitution.
He first one oath to the Constitution before.
Yes. So we need to get there. We need to get there. And if we need to make if we need to make scapegoats of some certain individuals, so be it. So be it. So, no, I'm in support of Mr. President. I am. 100% in support of it.
Well, anyway, I doubt if our time can support any more longer, because I feel we've really exhausted our time as it concerns our discussion on our...
I suspect this young man. You are the one manipulating this time. 1 hour has just gone.
Well, anyway, it's always interesting when you are having such discussion. And the honest truth is, 1 hour has just gone. Well, that's the truth about it. Well, but another major truth is that we need to really thank you, for coming here and not putting on a political party cap, but actually saying it the way it should be. We truly would want to say that's one of the basic reasons we always invite you here.
Thank you very much.
That's why we end up calling you an elder statesman, because an elder statesman will not look at the political party he or she is, but will also rather want to say what will be very more better for the nation.
Let me congratulate you.
Oh, thank you.
This is impressive.
Oh, thank you.
I was there with you at Ogun.
Wow.
And you moved down here. This is a step upward.
Oh, thank you.
And may you always rise and rise and rise.
Amen.
May Atlantic Television grow from strength to strength.
Amen, sir.
This is very positive. And kudos to Oborobori for creating the economic environment for you guys to do this.
Well, anyway, we'll be looking for that economy. Let it come. Let it start trickling into Atlantic TV. And you know, like the campaign has started, this will be the best place for you to come to and give us what you feel you need to do, or what your belief or what your aspirations are for Deltans itself. And it could be any political party you are in, any post you are vying for, even if you are there already. This will be a very glaring opportunity and a platform for you to showcase what you want to do. Yes, like we said, the campaigns are already started and we're using this opportunity to invite you. Come, let's have your say. Let's talk to Deltans, especially reaching them on one of the most rich network, not just only on the big hard Delta state, but it's turned out to be a major one across the nation itself. We want to say, well done, and you are truly welcome. But on that note, thank you so much. No other person, but I rather want to put comrade now. Comrade Olori Magege. So you spoke like a comrade.
Comrade.
Comrade. I have not seen your activity. Okay, let's leave that one. Comrade Olori Magege, thank you for being a part of it. We truly appreciate your time. Well, anyway, for us, it's more like a wrap on the show today. Remember, we'll still be joining. Well, we might be going live later on and joining those right there at the 5th coronation of His Majesty Ogiame Atuashe III. You do know that the activities for the 5th coronation anniversary is in top gear, and definitely will be filling in and giving you all you need to know as it concerns what's happening right there at the palace. That will definitely come. But for me, Mike Gobadia, I always say it's always interesting for us to do this. Still stick around with us. We still have more to come. Trending will be coming. The news will be coming. Come on. It's always exciting to be on Viewpoint on Atlantic TV.